Welcome to Satsang. Don't expect to hear something new, but I expect from you that you hear it fresh. So once upon a time we came to Satsang because we were searching who one was, who one is. So who you really are is in every now. In every now you can realize who you are. So realize means at once, suddenly, you are aware of who you are. It doesn't mean that you understand. It doesn't mean that you experience it. It doesn't mean that you feel it. But something clicked that I know I am. Every now is an opportunity to realize who you are. And if it looks there is an impediment, it's because you look at something else. Simply, you look at something else means you are still, or one is still, attracted by ignorance or by attachment, attracted to what is presented. The mind has this function to present things and to make them disappear, and present things and make them disappear. That is its function. So you surely you will not find yourself there unless you already saw that everything is yourself. But that's a consequence of your realization. So to realize, there is no excuse unless you excuse yourself to postpone it because you want to fulfill a few things that you think are important personally. This has to become clearer and clearer. There is no other impediment than that. And once you know yourself, it becomes more attractive than anything else, more and more, though the habits may still be strong. So dedicate any moment to just not look at anything else. If it is not clear, please ask. I may repeat in different ways. In that way, who you are cannot be attained. So you don't need conditions and the belief that it's not yet for you. This will be for attainments in the mind. That's possible. Here, it is here now, while you claim that you are not ripe. Even the daily life offers you many moments of being freed from the mind. yet someone doesn't recognize that it is what is. The suggestion is, when you are in no mind, that's who you are. The moment you don't grasp, I am in no mind. Many occasions in the life. Yet one doesn't recognize it. So now maybe you hear it more and more, and it speaks to you more and more. The meaning of don't go into the movements of thinking. You see, in life, if you have a good laughter, as we have seen, or if you go in the nature and you just are in awe in front of the simple beauty, your mind stops. Your mind stops. The thing is, you attribute the stopping of the mind to something outside. And in fact, the happiness you have, or the tranquility, is because your mind stopped. So there is an excellent instant to realize oneself. You see, many things can happen in the body and in the mind. It doesn't mean that one may not be freed from the tyranny of it. You see, the tyranny, a kind of hypnotism. There's an attraction there to pay attention to. Because this body and mind, as long as you live, will always bring something. Always bring something. The thing which is too much is to be tyrannized by it. So free yourself from tyranny. At that moment, if you see that you are in confusion, that you suffer, go back from where it comes from. Go back from the source of the happening. Be there. Yes.
Ganga, to remain a seeker, to be addicted, to come to Satsang, it also means the mind learns to lose in a way, and he learns this happiness of no grasping.
Okay.
And he also starts to understand much he lose, he would be more happy and light.
Wonderful.
But to remain seeker, it also means then the I takes this attainments
No. I find all what you say is the purpose of satsang, sure. One comes to learn, unlearn all what you say. No, it is not to remain a seeker. You see? It is just to see that that was a great hallucination, in fact. So don't say that satsang will make you remain a seeker. It will not make you a seeker. It will show you that that was your fantasy. It was a grasping of a notion you had. So remove that addition. To remain a seeker is an addition and binds you then.
Yeah, it's a definition.
Yes, it binds you. You don't need that. So that also you lose. What remains if you lose that?
I feel I know myself, yet I cannot tell. I cannot.
But that's a good news. If you would tell, then I would say maybe it's not who you are. Great. Now, what you have to do, maybe not, that you alone know. Don't allow too much distraction to take you as it was the feeling before. So go back there whenever you are aware of it. Go back to yourself. To cut the so-called power of habits.
Yeah, the mind looking very strong up and downs, and he tells it's not so interesting than before, this beautiful state.
And listen. He will find the best tricks for everyone to suggest what he really doesn't want to hear. So don't listen. Tu comprends tout? nice you come. If there is any, you can stay like that. If otherwise, you can always ask a question. You see, we can have a glimpse at very young age or at the very beginning of the search. The thing is, it looks, I speak in general and there are exceptions. I am in the generality. It looks that the mind, having seen he has to shut up, that actually he has absolutely no business in this self, because he rises from there and disappears there. It needs quite a long loop, means years of trying to figure out or trying to claim or trying to do whatever. Means that in satsang, then it comes to satsang, it needs years to empty all the notions we accumulated and we cherished. That may take time. Because then, once you have again a moment of realization of who you are, if the mind lost its power, then you don't go back to the mind. You see, you don't go back. Because you know the tricks of the mind, you know what it is, this illusion. So that's what I say, just be vigilant wherever you are, be vigilant. Not to make long loops. Anyway, something to say? One needs experiences to be able to reject them, to be able to see their illusions. It's not a theory, it's just in the boiling pot. So when one is exhausted, has seen enough, went to all corners and multiplied through creativity other corners, when he has done all that, oh, okay, I don't go there anymore. It's simple. It was simple, ever it is simple. And satsang helps to burn corners. short circuit, you say? Short circuit? Short circuit. The paths taken, the directions.
I have one comment about what you said.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people know what this self is.
Ah.
But my observation is that it's like a stone.
Yeah.
You just pick
Yeah.
it up and then
That's
I know
what I
this
say.
and
That's
I know
what-
this. So
yes.
what? This
Yes.
is so boring.
Yes.
So normal.
Mm.
So what?
So,
And you just throw it away.
yes. Right.
Until somebody like you shows up to tell you,
Yeah.
that's it.
And that's it. And don't think means don't listen when it is said it's boring or too simple to be that.
yes.
That's why you have not to think. Otherwise you throw the diamond as any boring stone. Right. Very nice you see that.
Because that's what happened to me
Yes.
as well as to all my students. I
Sure.
used to guide people to
Sure.
this,
Yeah.
place and then,
Yeah.
oh, it's so normal, so what? That's what everybody
But you see,
used to say, and which made me start thinking, oh, maybe it's
But
boring, I'm
maybe
not
it's
giving
not
anything
that.
special.
but you see also, when you go there again and again, you see something else on the border. You have to fall in love with that because maybe you don't yet believe it in your mind, but it's so precious. You are out of time, out of suffering. Even the death cannot touch you there, nor the birth. You see? Very nice. And when one listens to the mind when it's boring or too simple to be that, it's because that mind has not experienced many experiences he wants still to fulfill. So it cannot get empty, you see, and that may take time. Once it is done, you hear, keep quiet. This is it. Before that you are rebellious. Oh no, cannot be. Simple. So, in that way you are not tyrannized by the mind. You will not trust what the mind says. freed. Sometimes I heard quite a few telling, oh, in my childhood I have known that. In my childhood, I was very young. But if at that time he was meeting a guru, yet, as I say, the mind may play tricks, that doesn't matter. Go back there. Go back there. So will you search yourself more?
Now, after 6 months of being here, there's nothing more than to just this. I realize there's nothing important or exciting, it's just this.
Yes.
Giving up, it's just this.
It's wonderful. Don't you remember that in every satsang which is worth that name, it's always telling, give up, give up. And so what we do generally is to give up a small concept we have to grab a bigger one. No, simply give up. And yet realize that it is the most precious instant of your life to realize that you are that. You see, you can still beg if you like and wander on this planet, but there is a difference between two beggars. One has a real stone, opaque stone, and one has a diamond in the pocket. Both look the same, but one is just peaceful and happy, and the other is still searching a better stone. Like that. That's all.
You cannot give up, it gives itself up. Because when you give up, then this I is giving up again. But suddenly you find yourself in peace.
Wonderful. We will never really know how this trick came, but can be said like this if you like. Yes, sure. It's always sudden. Suddenly. How long it took you to see that what you knew is a diamond and not a stone?
Well, I knew this 12 years ago.
And what happened to your
then,
mind? Yeah.
as I said, I used to guide people here, and people say, "Oh, so what?"
And you
It's
started to
boring.
doubt.
So I had to find something more exciting as a food to give to people.
Yeah, and to yourself.
And myself,
Yeah.
of course.
Yes. So the mind had still a power on you. You see? There was still a seed of a mind. And it grew up more. So it should not have even a seed remaining. Huh? When you are from where the mind rises, there is no seed. Even. So do you understand now why I say you don't need practice to be who you are? You don't need practice.
Well, but still, you have to remind yourself.
That's
like
another
that.
thing. Apart from that, I mean, you don't need even meditation. There is a little hic there. That was a point not to touch. Okay, too early. So may I continue or it's too
Yes,
much?
Please.
Because you see, who can start and make a meditation? I meditate. And I attain the concept, the pre-concept of whatever is offered by the meditation, even if it is said it's for to be without mind. Good meditation, that's what they offer after all. To be at peace because you don't follow your thoughts. The problem is that it makes someone, the practicer, the meditator, attaining the state of no mind. Yeah? Sorry. Now it's me. And you just hear that it is in no mind that you can realize yourself. So what? We say the same thing, so why not to give meditation practice? Because it is someone who still believes he's not himself just now. That's why he meditates, to be in no mind. But that no mind is in the mind. It's a state belonged to, which belongs to I.
But somebody who reminds you is not you, it's something else, it comes from somewhere else.
I am added. I am coming to that.
Okay.
But in this satsang, when I say don't enter in your mind, means don't enter in mind, in your thoughts and the activity, and don't enter in no thoughts and no activity, means no mind. Because you are realizing, you can realize who you are. At that moment, you don't enter in the mind. And then there is nobody. The I itself went back to its source, where you really are. You see the difference. Words may be the same. So if you do any kind of practice, it will be I, so the mind. It will be an attainment in the mind, even though it may look like enlightenment. And that is subject to be lost one day. You understand?
Mm-hmm. But what about this, it doesn't come from I, but it comes from somewhere else, this...
Doesn't come from anywhere, you are it.
But when you lose yourself, when you lose
Can you
yourself,
lose yourself? Tell me what happens.
you go into the mind pattern.
It's different. It's different. You don't say now, when I lose myself. I say, oh, I'm sorry for myself to go too much again in my mind. It's very different. Very different. In that way, you know how precious it is to be quiet with yourself, so you stop at once and so-called go back to yourself. But you never lose yourself. How can you now, if you have seen who you are? Very different language. Open your heart, don't think, it will enter.
Yes, is this not a kind of meditation, the stage which you are then? You wouldn't call it like meditation?
You can say I'm in a meditative mood, but it's a mood. And it comes naturally. Sometimes you are meditative, sometimes not.
But you don't go for it, or it comes naked.
Just understand what is the mind. And the mind sometimes, when there is a sometimes, it means it's mind. So sometimes I'm agitated, sometimes I'm peaceful or meditative. It is a state of the mind. Who you are is prior, is that from where everything rises, so from where the mind rises. To realize oneself is to not to look even at the moods of the mind. When you don't look at the moods of the mind, who are you? What is there? Tell me.
And that's what I mean. There's something here, yeah,
So
what I call, there's nothing, it's only, and it feels like meditation.
why not? Why not? But don't be impressed, don't cling to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Then it will be just
Don't cling
To even nothing. You said nothing. Don't even cling to that.
Okay.
Just be there.
Mhm.
If you feel at all, oh, you are away, it's an illusion, but you feel so, go back there. Make, then it's okay. It's a very short practice.
Make
Yes, look how happy you are just to say that. It's beautiful. Mm. Mm. You are quiet or not quiet, Masumi?
Quiet?
You are quiet or not quiet? Quiet.
Quiet.
You are quiet. Okay. You understand, Pragata, with what happens with your Qigong? With what I said, you understand? You are concerned also with practice. You were not concerned?
No, because you made me understand long time before.
Yeah?
That it was not about realization.
Yeah. It's for the well-being of the body and the mind. And you teach so to your students? So if the students come, it's really for the well-being of their body and mind. It's of no use to speak of a possibility of satsang afterwards, because they come for that. Or they are not clear about it.
No, I would not say that.
Why?
When I tell them what I believe that this practice can give is that it can lead to the perception of the state of being,
to
experience being, to experience beingness. And then I say, that's not it. If you want more, this is not what I give. This is not what I give.
I would say today that maybe it's not being, it's no mind. You see, they don't think, they are tranquil.
Yeah,
they don't agitate the mind.
Yeah, I get this comment.
They don't agitate their mind. Which depends on the practice.
But now it has become extremely clear that this is a state. And that states come and go, and I say so.
Yeah, it's a state. But don't say a state of being. It's a state of a mind which is not agitated, a quiet mind. Quiet mind. You see? Yes.
But yet there is also the experience of, from my own experience, there's an experience of simply being.
Could
not
be.
Being agitated
Could
or being
be.
quiet, but just being.
That feeling could be there,
Yes.
That feeling could be there.
Ganga, when I start to do something like, not practicing, but several times I try to do some yoga thing. And what I see, my mind is, I love intense experiences. And intense, I am a sensual type. And with these practices also this sensual experience comes not outside but inside. It's sometimes I see this like a temptation, and other times I say it's not a problem, it's just an experience.
Yeah, but you see, everybody who still practices that to get experiences or intense or even love the feeling of being is because there is still an attraction in the mind. Because you could otherwise directly be yourself. Everything is there.
But then you still can do practices.
Listen. I speak to those who may not have realized themselves. So why to say you can do anything then? Because all is yourself. You see, it's not a teaching like, okay, if I tell, like some teacher they say, you are yourself, don't care about your behavior and all that because it's not about that. You have seen the results? You have seen?
Yeah, I've seen.
You see, it's not like that. I have to reply in Satsang to everybody's level. Otherwise, for me, there is no Satsang. I would not give Satsang. Even if we know the secrets, everything is one, whatever. Why to tell? It will be of no use. They have to work and give up where they are. Everybody. You see? And it is different spot for everyone. And the one who is free, he will not even maybe listen to what's going on, because it's, oh, that's all stuff for me. It's no more like this. Still may like to come here. But I have to reply to everyone. I have to tease everybody. I have to tease everybody. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. We always come to that, in fact. Huh? Yeah. Okay. So. If you remember the satsang with Papaji, even when someone was freed from the mind at that moment, he was telling, keep quiet. He would not say, yeah, do your practice as usual just now. No, keep quiet. Because you see, the mind has been such a master in that person, like for everyone else, that one has just to keep quiet. So that this so-called power of the mind just doesn't move it still anymore. And that may take some time, doesn't matter. That is in time, doesn't matter. It's like that, you see. Be vigilant, vigilant. It's irreversible, of course, yet. Yes, dear. It's about the same subject.
Yeah. So how can it be that I can say, maybe I don't know this arrogance, but I know myself. It was no doubt about this.
Wonderful, yeah.
And now I have doubt about everything, like about that. I know myself. I cannot know myself. I know with my mind. It is not an experience, and it was not anything like this. But somehow I had totally mixture like this few satsang.
Maybe you listen to your mind, or maybe
Yes.
who you thought you were are not there, and I'm troubling it. You have to decide in yourself. You see, if there is a doubt, why do you listen? And if you listen, that you were not as you think you are, very good. I cannot decide for you. You have to decide. This will be the best. Because any both ways will make you keep quiet.
So how can it be that I could keep quiet also on the satsang, and it was nothing like nothing touched me, because
Okay.
about you told me it was like, okay, I know this, and it was just.
Okay.
And how can it be that I again listen to my mind, and it's like, and but other level I know this is my mind to all these things, and there is no doubt about.
By knowledge, not by realization. Knowledge is good. Realization is not true understanding, not true knowledge.
Yeah.
Keep quiet, don't worry now. But you have to keep quiet now. Huh? Why don't you do it? Your doubt is more important?
I have so many doubts and questions now that it's all.
Then ask them. Ask them.
I
We will
can't
see.
in one.
You have to start. We
Maybe
will
I will
see.
write down the numbers on the.
If you like.
It's better.
Next time you do that. If it is still important, you do that. I will reply to you every number. And why don't you keep quiet? Why do you listen?
Because I listen because it's stronger than to keep
So
quiet.
something must have been stirred up, yeah.
I feel it's something's very like in these 3 years it's not coming up, and
Yeah, but you see, we can accomplish a few things, it can last a few years. An experience can last a few years. But one day, boom, gone. Don't be surprised, it was an experience then. And welcome it, because if it was an experience, it was not worth to keep. So you are freed from that now. Give me your list.
okay, I try because I really afraid that I just leave the satsang and I don't come anymore.
Don't leave the satsang before giving me the list, okay?
Okay,
Okay, very good. Very nice. Because you have the habit to run away. You will not run away. You will have to listen and then you do whatever you like. Okay? Okay. Then why do you think many gurus, they teach because they have this conviction and suddenly 10 years later, oh, I lost it. What is this? It happens. And if they are humble enough, they will come back to satsang and they will hear maybe in one stroke is enough, maybe not. So, good. If it is lost, good. Good, you are not fooled anymore by that. Huh? But since the mind is stirred up, then you have to ask. You have to expose your doubts. It will go away very quickly. Welcome to Satsang. Oh, you have to close. So it's very lucky. You may not know just now, but in your life you will know. It's a luck to dedicate at least 1 minute to quietness. 1 minute. And you can be only quiet if you don't listen to your mind. Just be in your heart. And even if the mind tells you wonderful things, you just don't look at it. Just for a minute. Oh, look what Parvati gave. Oy, oy, oy. Ah. This is very nice, huh?
Thank you.
Hey. Oops. Thank you. Là. Ui, ui, ui. Come near. Oh. En plus, il est cher, hein, Satya. Oh. My God. Ah oui, bien tout près parce que. Oh my God. Oh. No, wait.
I just recovered. Would you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 1 mehr. Where shall I put this? I don't know. You have 22. Yes.
One more question about
Please. Attends, let them go. Vous allez un peu plus loin, les cocos. Okay.
I have 12.
I think the reason why I thought there's something more important than
Yes.
this consciousness
Yes.
is love. I thought more people
Yes.
are looking for love and bliss than this.
Yes. But who said to you that love is not coming from there? Why do you think? Why do you think that love will not flow from there?
I don't understand why
What?
I thought that way.
You see, all what we can call even love or bliss or knowledge is rising from there. Is rising from who you are. It may show up, it may not show up, according to unknown circumstances.
I'm talking about like a method.
So, there are methods to give bliss, love, even knowledge. But it will not last. They will always need to practice it, to make effort, and still, even if they are successful, who knows? I would not risk my life for something where there is a worm in it. Means a dot may come, a very stupid so-called reason may make it blow up, and so on. You cannot rely on the reality of the states.
So what you're saying is that if you have this consciousness, the self,
If you are
no quiet mind, that's the ultimate. I don't know how to express it because I'm
you see,
talking
it
from my
includes
observation.
everything. Who you are includes everything. So if you speak of bliss and love, it's also there. one, to realize it, to reject everything. Once you are there, it includes everything.
But from my personal experience
Yes.
of seeing many people and guiding people to this here and now consciousness, I call, and then they think, oh, so what? And, you know, like a precious diamond, but they throw it away like a stone. But when they do experience love and bliss, their heart seems to open more, and as a personality, I don't know, it becomes easier for people to live in this life. Maybe that's why I sidetracked.
It's a choice. Or you choose to have a better, more beautiful life. You know, there is no judgment here. Everybody has a very strong demand while he's born. It can be anything. Some people is to have a bliss, and they will not shift from there. They want to achieve that. And some people like me, even though I was giving a wrong name to liberation, because I thought of cosmic consciousness, but it was liberation I wanted. I learned through my master, slowly. And so I don't want bliss. I want liberation. You see, so I don't go for that. So there is no judgment here. It is every demand is different. But surely this satsang is for those who want to liberate themselves, and it doesn't mean they will not know love and bliss, but they will not run after that. It may come, it may not come. What they want is freedom. So I cannot say much more than that. You see, everybody has his own madness. Madness. I agree, but you cannot not look at it. It's like dead or life. I have to fulfill that.
Yes, I read this in Buddhism, and I was provoked by this idea that I found in Buddhism, which is that there's a straightest shortcut to liberation, and there's another takes long shortcut. Is this way of being conscious and being aware, and you get to the liberation the shortest. It takes the shortest time. That's what the Buddhism say. But you can get there as fast as possible, and then be liberated, and then you can do samadhi meditation as opposed to vipassana meditation, which is helps other people and teach them love and other things. But the fastest, shortest cut is through this vipassana meditation, through awareness. That's what I read in Buddhism. So,
but that's what you hear here. I have the shortest than vipassana meditation because I don't ask practice. This is the shortcut.
Yes.
Okay, this is the shortcut. Now, in my point of view, once you are liberated, whatever will come is yourself. It's beautiful. It's yourself. Whatever. Where is the will and you have the knowledge, what can you control? What can you transform here? It's like this. So I don't believe after freedom that there is anything to do. Who is there to do anything? It is absolutely of no meaning to me. Now, some are teachers and some are not. Do you think it's also a choice? No. That's all I can speak. I don't know anything else. Because why, when you know the shortcut, why to teach others the indirect way? Why?
Because people want to experience different things.
Let them experience. In their life, they make more love, they experience. If you know something higher, if you love somebody, you will give something less. You want that also he likes this higher, isn't it? Why to give toffees when you have a diamond? Toffees is for those who are ignorant. The one who knows will not give toffee. That it is his love. Huh? Maybe some teachers are more lovable. I am not. I'm like this.
That's why we love you.
Yes.
Was your teaching from the beginning like this, or did it?
Listen, I never look to my satsang of the beginning, of the middle, and of the end. Enfin, I don't know if it is the end, but so I don't know. I have no idea. You should make a study about it. I have no idea. Maybe it would be interesting to see. Maybe the expression, which is in time, changes. I don't know.
I thought maybe also the people change.
Oh, but that's
They are
sure.
more open.
That's
They
sure.
hear you
The
better.
same I saw years ago and now.
Yeah.
That's why I believe that it is good to stay for a while with the same teacher. Otherwise you run away when it's difficult, because there is another teacher where you can go.
It's more for the mind.
See you soon.